Yo, Tim, what's flopping, man? Oh, shit, I was gonna get mine. Okay, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I gotta go to the truck to get my charger, so hold on a sec. Okay, so, dude, this is not exactly a slow news week, or rather, yo, did you guys hear about this Palm Beach Pete guy? He's got the same teeth as Epstein. He says he's not Epstein, but dude, at first glance, if you've been following this Palm Beach Pete thing, this guy who looks exactly like Epstein, someone takes a picture of him driving down the highway and goes like he goes viral, like Epstein spotted in Florida, and then all of a sudden I see this video of this guy. He says, "Hey, I'm Palm Beach Pete," and some guy just randomly took a picture of me when I was driving on like I-95 the one day, and it went viral. But no, like I'm not Epstein, right? And so at first I just thought that's like hilarious because there's also a comedian whose name literally is Jeffrey Epstein. And he was talking about how he got pulled over and the cop was like going to give him a ticket, but then he looked at his name. He's like, "That's your real name?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, fuck. You're probably in enough trouble as it is. Like, not give him a ticket." So it's funny. But now it's like gotten a bit deeper because the guy who looks like Epstein, who calls himself Palm Beach Pete, there's already guys named Palm Beach Pete who are all over YouTube and stuff. There's one guy from Palm Beach, of course, who's not this guy, and they do have the same teeth, like their fifth incisor, it's called, or one of the spiky teeth there, the meat teeth, or canines, or whatever you call them. Anyway, it's identical on the same angle as Epstein's. The guy does look a shitload like Epstein, but I'm not going to say he is Epstein because if he's not, that'd be pretty rude. Like, imagine if I looked like some evil satanic person and everyone said that I'm that person. You know what I mean? But no, Tim, I don't think I posted about Palm Beach Pete. I actually, I actually didn't post about Palm Beach Pete yet, but I want to because, but I don't know, is that like defamation? I mean, everyone's posting about the freaking guy. Sorry, dude, you look too much like Epstein. What can I say? Okay, let me shout out this live quickly on Instagram. And yo, so everyone comment below. What the Sam Dam is the gas prices where you guys are right now? Because this is freaking wild, dude. Like, I went and filled up every container I had last week, and now if my truck was fully empty, it would be 278. This was yesterday. It's probably more now. Almost $300 Canadian, so like two something US, to fill up my gas tank on my truck. So 270, freaking almost $300 to fill up my gas tank, and diesel taking a hit. Like, it's a fucking joke, by the way, because let me just set this title here. It's a joke because I already know Alberta and Texas could easily fuel like all of Canada and the United States. Mexico probably has their own oil. They could do their own thing. Venezuela's right frigging there. We're not doing it. Why? And this is how you know this is a complete scam. And this is something I haven't really said and wouldn't really say yet fully on Instagram, but I just want you guys to understand. No matter what anyone tries to gaslight you and trick you and make you think that you're a conspiracy theorist and that you're an idiot, 100% fact, there is alternative technologies that they are hiding and keeping from us. Nikola Tesla's stuff, the water-powered car from Stanley Meyer in Ohio. There is a bajillion alternative technologies that are completely kept hidden and kept away from us to make us dependent on oil, and now they're pulling the plug on oil. It's a part of a plan. If you think this is some willy-nilly thing where it's like, oh, this war just happened to happen and then we're going to run out and that's why the gas is expensive because this war and it makes it oil expensive. It's a scam. It's a complete agenda. It's a complete scam. It's not as it is presented, put it that way. Tim says in southern Missouri, he paid $3.19 last night a gallon. Sonny says $6 a gallon in Renner, California. So it's still cheap in Florida. It's not too bad in Florida. San Diego, $5. Of course, California gets hit like first, eh? What's with that? Yeah, so I did the math, and me paying $280 to fill up my gas tank, diesel in my truck equates to about $6, a little more than $6 a gallon US. So it's expensive. But you know what's crazy? During the COVID lockdown, when I was in Alberta, it was 64 cents a liter, which is like literally under $1 per gallon. If you do 1 liter is 3.5 liters is a gallon. 65 cents times 3.5. Someone here is quick at math, but 65 cents times 0.65 times 3.5 is 2.27 Canadian though. Then if we times that by 0.68 or so. Okay, so $1.50 a gallon US is what I was paying in Alberta there in the lockdown. So that was great. And now it's going to be, who knows, dude. Okay, so energy lockdowns imminent. No, have begun, actually. Butter, don't worry. I'm just shutting out quickly, briefly, the live. Hold on. Okay, energy lockdowns have begun. Let me type in. Did you guys see what's happening at all the freaking airports too? Newark, New Jersey airport there. The JFK one, the Atlanta one, 5-hour waits to get through security. TSA's not getting paid. There should be a revolution already, to be honest. Like, it's supposed to be, this is the problem with big government. Anyway, hold on a second. I'm just making the live title. Okay. Okay, Renner is the name. You know, can you guys buy, is it like this in the States where you can buy, like you can go to a native reserve and get cheaper gas at a native reserve? Do you guys know that hack? Depending on where you're at. But, and I know people say there's like water in it. I don't know that there's water in native gas. I know that sometimes, I heard there was water actually. There can be mistakes that happen, but if you can go to a native reserve, it is cheaper for gas, the last I checked. What's going on, everyone? Spontaneous Cowboy? You just assumed my gender, man. Come on. Okay, what's going on, everyone? So this is a shocking situation that's coming around the corner. The last time there was a lockdown, gas prices, at least where I was, got cheaper. It was literally like $1.50 a gallon in Alberta, converted to liters and dollars Canadian. But anyway, this is very different. And this just happens to completely assist in all of the plans for 2030, which they have many things planned to happen, because there's lockdowns already all throughout Asia. They're saying people stay home, save lives. No, they say stay home, save gas. Mandatory Wednesday holidays in like India or the Philippines or Vietnam, where they're saying they're just trying to slow the usage and the consumption of fuel and oil and everything. Anyways, this is going to turn into, and this is what, by the way, Mrs. Catherine Austin Fitts is saying, that she is completely concerned about famines and people getting jammed into smart cities because it's like we cannot afford to live here, there, the other, and they make it all better for us, make it convenient for us to put us in a smart city. Now, here's the crazy part, and this is where it gets a little bit strange. They completely made us dependent on oil because we know there's alternative technologies that they have suppressed and buried and black shelved all these patents. And now we're dependent on oil and they're pulling the plug on oil. If you're thinking of this from a normie perspective, you're scrolling around, you're reading the news, and all of a sudden you think, oh, this horrible conflict is happening, which is why, like, the gas prices, you're completely duped. Especially also, if you're blaming any single politician for any of this stuff, you don't understand the game. Because those are fall guys. Those are here today, gone tomorrow politicians. They have a role to play. They are actors. I'm telling you right now, 100%. Now, we're doing a deep dive on this fully. No, Joshua, obviously do not fear, dude. Like, do I seem fearful? I'm just telling you, this shit's happening. We're doing a full deep dive on this on my Rumble live stream channel, which is free to download, free to watch, and free speech. It's safer than here. There's a lot of stuff on here I cannot talk about, including I literally have gotten a strike before for talking about fluoride on here. So we're live on Rumble right now. There's a great deception upon us. If you want to come tune into my Rumble channel, click the link in my bio, then come on over to Rumble. You'll see the Rumble link, or go comment the word Rumble on any one of my posts and you'll get the link sent to your DMs. Do not comment Rumble on the live. You won't get the link there. Do not be afraid. That's right, Michael. Michael has a Porsche. Great username, man. Material things, though, they only get you so far. You already know about that, but it is cool that you have a Porsche. Comment Rumble on my post. You get the link sent directly to your DMs. Arlie said, you don't think they're using the situation to increase gas prices? Oh, for sure. But here's the thing. It's not that they 100% are using the situation to increase gas prices, but it's about using the situation, fomenting and creating the situation to not only increase gas prices, but to completely shake to the core the global or worldly economy. I say global tongue in cheek because we know we're not on a globe. I'm sorry, we're not on a ball, dude. But anyways, they're creating the problem to then bring us the solution. The solution is going to be digital ID, new currency, mark of the beast, which I literally am praying for all of you to never get the mark of the beast. I don't care what they're going to tell you. A lot of you almost fell for what happened in 2020. Some of you not, many of you not. But don't fall for what's coming around the corner, because they will want you to get the mark. This is completely the book of Revelations. We're witnessing it right now. So click the link in my bio, comment Rumble on a post, come on over to Rumble. I can only say so much here, okay? So I love you guys. Click the link in my bio, and we'll see you guys on Rumble, all right? Yeah, man, it's, I'm serious. This is, hold on a second. So is that shocking or what? Now, throw a frog in a pot of boiling water, brainy lady said, it will jump out. Put frogs in a, yeah, exactly. We're in a pot of, exactly. Brainy, that's so true. We're in a pot of warm water right now. But what I was getting at with the whatchamacallit, the airport shutdowns is that, so TSA, it's a partial government shutdown. TSA agents aren't getting paid. Do you realize that you could not have a better shitstorm right now than what's going on? All over the world, throughout Asia, they're canceling flights. They're stopping different modes of transportation. They're telling people and urging people to stay home. Flights are getting canceled because there's not enough fuel. The Strait of Hormuz being closed has turned everything upside down, right? But then all the way over here, during this crazy pinnacle moment, there's a partial government shutdown. Of all the money they spend, I think they spend a shitload of money on NASA. By the way, NASA gets 50 million or how many millions of dollars a day. Also, other countries out there somewhere in the Middle East get many billions of dollars every single fucking day, basically. But we can't pay the security officers and agents. I say we. I am in Canada, to preface. You guys know that, but I'm just picturing myself if I was in the States. The government can't pay the guys who are supposed to make sure the airplanes and people on them are safe, which I know we can talk about the TSA and the body scanner shit, and it's, yes, it is an agenda for sure, but still, without them now, the weights and the lineups are absolutely insane. So, and by the way, unfortunately, there is a plan, and this may not happen, but it is planned, but that doesn't mean it always happens, that there will be like the end of civilian air travel, like not wanting you to be able to travel. And this has been a long goal in Agenda 2030 because, and this is why I don't agree with the thing when people say, oh, like Taylor Swift is an idiot because she flies her private jet all the time, but like she's supposed to be Mrs. Climate Change, or whoever celebrity flies around in a private jet all the time. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, for example. Fucking guy gets a Grammy and then says, we got to fight the climate. That's a total agenda. And then he flies around all over the world. But the reason I don't make that joke is because that actually kind of reinforces, it's a very surface level joke because that reinforces the idea or the notion that exhaust from planes or cars is causing the climate to change or is bad for the environment. Completely fake. The exhaust that comes out of our vehicles is a vital plant nutrient. Carbon dioxide, which we exhale, is a vital plant nutrient that's not causing the climate to change. So it's a joke when they say, oh, blah, 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 they're causing the weather. It's just a bit ridiculous. But my point is that this will help. They'll say, look, we have way less oil. We can't afford to have people just flying around the world. Like, it's so wasteful. That's what they're going to spin this to. And so it's a total perfect storm. Now, the crazy part is people are waiting 5-6 hours lined up out the door of the airport in Atlanta. I saw this morning, Newark's airport had a, so get this, today was a big fucking news day. Atlanta airport, 6-hour, 4-hour wait to be able to go through the agents who aren't even getting paid, the TSA. That morning also, the Newark, New Jersey Liberty International Airport was closed down because they smelled a burning smoke or something in the control tower. And a Air Canada plane crashed into a freaking ambulance when it landed at LaGuardia in New York. So a total aviation shitstorm today. Now, what did we see happen in the movie, which I didn't watch, called Leave the World Behind, directed by the Obamas, by the way. Michelle and Barack, I guess they're producers now or directors or some shit. Anyways, they make this movie and planes fall out of the sky. Was that an allegory for like the aviation industry is over kind of thing? And now I'm thinking about all these pilots. I mean, this is a side note, but like, yeah, the pilots are pissed off. It was a perfectly beautiful blue sky day, and there was a 6-hour freaking delay waiting on the tarmac because planes couldn't move around or some shit. Like, this is happening. Now, that's the only the tip of the iceberg, though, because if gas and diesel prices surge, which again, they've strong-armed us into being fully dependent on oil, and they pulled the plug on oil, I did not picture, and I was just talking about this, I did not picture them creating an energy crisis. I thought there'd be a cyber attack before that. I thought there'd be like, I don't know, so many other plans than pull the plug on oil production and make it reserved for essential workers or essential people only, just like during COVID, essential workers. At least this lockdown is not going to be vaccine-y like the previous lockdown was. But if it turns into financial collapse, new system, digital ID, and you need to, like, I don't know how they're going to push it, but that was just a bit too hairy for me in 2020 when they were trying to pull all that shit. So my point is this. Do you think if they fully AI, this is a thought I had this morning. If they change the financial system, no more cash, digital only, and AI is running the show, because the World Economic Forum guy, by the way, just said that AI can be or should be our savior, or we hope that AI is our savior, which does not help the allegations that people are like AI is going to be like the Antichrist. It's going to be like the one world religion thing that everyone worships and talks to and deals with all the time, right? So my point is, though, do you think, and this relates because we got to be of sound mind and sound body today when we're exposed to all these chemicals and contaminants and this shocking agenda is afoot. Do you think that if it was a digital only world and AI was pulling the strings, do you think you would be able to buy Shilajit? When they're already banning like different adaptogenic mushrooms and they already banned Tongkat Ali in Europe, in the European Union, you can't get it or you can't import it. It's not like contraband to have, but you can't import it. Do you think you'd be able to use your digital carbon credit systems on superfoods and shit, which they say is like willy-nilly hunky-dory kind of weirdness if you Google it? Probably not. So basically, this is what I was mentioning this morning is that it's very clear they're not done pumping us full of chemicals and toxins. They're approving new toxins and chemicals all the time to put in our food, even though they're trying to ban Red 3 or whatever. That's not even the bad one. Red 40 is the worst one. And by the way, the new natural dye, they're calling it, which is from beets, is by Pfizer, and it's like a GMO strain. It's totally shit. They'll call it natural beet, but someone did a video on it. You guys might have known what I'm talking about. They have new artificial, but less artificial colors that they're going to be adding to the food, and they're totally toxic. They're trying to pacify the audience 100%, or the populace rather. So I wanted to say, before we get into the next World War III stuff, we are giving away 4 or 5 bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chocolate powder, on tonight's live, which stimulates stem cell production. This is another thing that AI would not let you buy because it decalcifies your pineal gland. And the only way you'd be really that much into AI and connected to it, you'd have to have a calcified pineal gland. Otherwise, you'd never get the mark of the fucking beast. 100%. So chocolate powder, organic, heirloom, heavy metal tested, super detoxing, delicious, and again, stimulates stem cell production, plus bliss chemicals, which is tryptophan, dopamine, and serotonin. So that's the chocolate powder. The way the deal works, it is first come, first serve. So as soon as I put this link in the chat, make sure you click it so you get bumped first in line. That link goes to choq.com, CHOQ.com. Choq is based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. So go to choq.com, click the link ASAP. The way you get the free $100 bag of chocolate powder, and by the way, welcome everyone who's new here from Instagram. I see all kinds of new people. We got Chauffeur. Oh, I remember him. We got Linda. We got Brainy Lady. She's new here too. So the way the deal works is this. The number one superfood at choq.com for men and women is the hot water purified Shilajit, which is clinically studied. It's a hormone optimizer. It stimulates the production of new brain cells. It's called neurogenesis. So you get way sharper memory, concentration, and focus while you're taking it. It's a hormone optimizer. For guys, it boosts testosterone, and for girls, it calibrates your endocrine system. It also stimulates a lot of the biological processes involved in absorbing nutrients from your food. So you actually literally get more nutrients from your food if you're taking Shilajit because it has the full matrix of minerals. And every single vitamin requires a mineral to activate it. So you get, if you're taking the Shilajit, you get more out of the stuff you're already buying, the food you're already buying. Now, the second most popular superfood at choq.com for men and women is the organic ashwagandha, which also is a hormone optimizer. It's considered the king of herbs in India. It boosts melatonin production, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. And it also massively increases mood and focus. Plus, it's pro-fertile. So that's the ashwagandha. The way to get the free bags of lit powder, go to choq.com, put the male or female stack. When you click products, you'll see the male vitality stack or the female vitality stack. They're 2 different combinations of superfoods. If you put those in your cart and you apply the discount code 26life, that's 26LIFE, you get a 26% off lifetime discount on the male or female stack or any stack. 26% off lifetime discount on the subscription. You can cancel or modify your subscription at any time, and automatically you're going to get a $100 bag of the heirloom cacao included in your order, which, by the way, you can eat by the spoon, like dry. Literally, it's that good. It's sweetened with maple sugar crystals. It has organic Ceylon cinnamon in it, and it has organic vanilla bean powder and coconut milk powder in it as well, all organic. So super freaking good, creamy, delicious, and has a pinch of natural salt in there too, because, well, that rounds out all the flavors, of course. And it is a vibe, man. You remember growing up eating Nestle Nesquik shits, the GMO corn syrup stuff? Brainy Lady is in Australia right now. She said we can't get fuel. Yeah, I was saying, and it's unfortunate, but Australia, it's seemingly like the first kind of domino to fall, dude. Australia is getting hit. Half their gas stations are closed down. Give us a quick situation report, Brainy Lady. What the Sam Dam's going on in Australia? Last I checked, in the 1970s, Australia produced 70% of its own oil or own fuel. Like, dude, do people not? So here's why this is a scam. Listen, this is a freaking scam, the biggest scam you ever thought in your life. There's 2 things that is a scam. One is that every country in the world couldn't have its own oil. Oil is the lifeblood of the earth. You can drill for it anywhere. You will find it everywhere. I say that maybe there's pockets here and there that it's more and less, but I'm saying it never runs out. We should be able to completely power our own countries from every continent has enough oil to fuel the whole operations there. but it's the weird fucking thing. Alberta produces all this oil and it sells it to Saudi Arabia, and then we buy Saudi Arabian oil and import it. Like, it's a scam, dude. What this is going to cause is a lot of people to dumbly think that, like, oh, we got to reserve fuel, like, do your part, like, it's because of this war, when they should be uh, rationally bothered by the fact that their inept ass governments haven't figured out how to supply their own country with oil when we sit on gigantic oil reserves. But here's the scam. Oil runs out. Venezuela has all this oil, but it has so much, and it has like 100 years worth, but it's going to run out one day. Alberta, Texas, like, how much oil is left? It never runs out. It's the lifeblood of the earth. It's constantly replenishing and regenerating at all times. But of course, we should be using Nikola Tesla's technology. We should be using Victor Schauberger's technology. If everyone who's watching the Super Bowl and sports and Beyonce, if they all understood that what happened to Victor Schauberger and this freaking Austrian scientist who had patents, free energy patents, using water, using freaking energy from the sky, using trees, energies, like, dude, I'm talking Victor Schauberger. He got gimped. He got invited to the US by someone who said they're going to fund him and help boost all of his work. He lands in the States. They take him to like Area 51 or some shit, somewhere in Nevada. They get him to sign all these documents, which he couldn't even read English. He spoke German or Austrian, so yeah, German. And he ended up signing all the rights to all of his patents indefinitely to them. And then 2 days later, he flies back to freaking Austria, and he dies of a heart attack. And they took all of his shit. So if everyone knew that story, they would know some tomfoolery is going on. And it's totally a plan. They've strong-armed us into being dependent on oil, and now they're trying to pull the plug and market the beast. Exactly, Chris. Chris, exactly, man. There's a bunch of people on the site right now, by the way. I'm about to shout out the live again on Instagram. So if you're on the site right now, we have 4 or 5 bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia left to give away in people's orders. Get the male Vitality Stack or the female Vitality Stack. Apply that discount code 26life to get the lifetime 26% off discount. We're talking superfoods to boost your vitality, boost your brain function. I don't even know if I told you guys, but yes, the Shilajit and ashwagandha are 2 of the most potent superfoods for your pineal gland, your third eye function. We know that they have tried very hard to calcify all of our pineal glands, myself included, because I got fluoride tablets growing up because we were on a well. So there was no fluoride in the water. So the doctor told my mom to give me fluoride tablets. Now, my mom was natural and, made all our own lunches, never gave us like fruit roll-ups and shit. And we did get cloth diapers, and we did have, my younger brother was born at home, but she did kind of drop the ball on the whole fluoride thing. And eventually, I did get 26 doses of the whats by the time I was 2 years old of, the schedule. So, but you can win some, you lose some. I'm lucky I can still see straight, to be honest. My eyes aren't all crossed with all the stuff that's probably in that stuff, or that is in that stuff. Rob said that the Indian Prime Minister said, get prepared for COVID-like situation. Wow, Rob, that's freaking, dude. Yeah, man. That's what everyone is talking about, is that it's coming around the corner. It's about to be as weird as that. But it's a bit slow rolling. Like, is it slowly delayed? Like COVID was, oh, China has this virus. And then all of a sudden, March 2020, it was, boom, it's a global pandemic lockdown or some shit, right? Now, it's about to be like, something's got to give here, man. Something's got to give here where they're going to say, time to stay home. Like, we have to reserve fuel, or else the critical systems of our countries, like the hospital and stuff, won't be able to function. And, we need to save gas for like the police and ambulances and what else? Trucks to bring food to our stores. Yeah, dude. What if they blame? This is where it gets a little bit hairy. What if they can't fuel the trucks that bring food to the grocery store? This is what Catherine Austin Fitts said. She said, some days it's going to be like, yo, why can't we get avocados or oranges anymore? Or when are you getting avocados or oranges in? And the guy will say, well, we don't know, And so we'd get used to like not having certain items that we are so used to being able to have all the time at the grocery store. And then, but what's a freaky thought is if they literally cut the supply down to where it's like food rations, and then they're like, yeah, it's because of the war. Meanwhile, isn't it kind of like, let me just ask you guys something. Like, so in Canada, or let's say you're in Maine or Vermont, is it kind of effing stupid to fly blueberries from Chile to sell in a grocery store in Vermont or Maine? Should we be flying oranges from South Africa to Toronto to sell? Like, dude, it's called it's called growing food in greenhouses, even in cold areas. It's called a Walpini or an earthship. Like you can dig 6 feet underground, build a big, gigantic greenhouse, heat it geothermally. All you need is fans to blow the warm air from underground into this room, and you can grow everything. We spend billions of dollars sending money to we're just the charity of the world here. The Western world just gives money to every other fucking country in the world, but we can't make sure our own countries have a secure food source. But here's the thing: the normies and the sheep will not think about how much better this situation could have been handled to never get in this situation. Like Israel and Iran bombing each other should not make us have an energy crisis. It's the stupidest thing. We got oil, we got land. We got a ton of oil and we got a ton of land. Both you in the US and me here in Canada. We got enough. So what the Sam Dam's going on? It's a part of a plan, dude. Global trade. Like, why do we need shit from China? We can make it all here, but then that's the whole problem with the free trade agreement. The free trade deal in the 1990s was a scam. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to shout out the live again on Instagram. There is a ton of people on the site right now. Just remember, you got to apply the discount code 26life, 26LIFE, on the subscription to the male or female stack to unlock the 26% off lifetime discount. And then once you place your order, if you place it on the live, you're getting the free lit powder included in your order. The female stack has the wildcrafted Irish moss in it, which is certified wildcrafted. It's from Nova Scotia. It's super pure. It's detoxing. It's got the full matrix of minerals, which rebuilds your DNA and binds to free radicals and it supercharges your brain function. That's the Irish moss. And in the male vitality stack, the third one is the Tongkat Ali, the Tongkat 100, which is certified wildcrafted. Tongkat Ali from Malaysia. It boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days. It's pro-fertile. It boosts sperm count and sperm motility. Every single guy should be taking the Tongkat. There is an agenda to make you a soy boy, so you should be taking Tongkat. And for ladies, I mean, they do want your hormones upside down too. That's why there's chemicals in every single like female product. By the way, don't buy anything on Shein or Temu. Eh? Like all those clothes, you can get like a $2 dress. Yeah, it's the most toxic conditions, toxic dye, toxic dust, toxic crap. Do not buy from those companies. I don't think any of you guys do, right? Comment if you guys buy from Shein or Temu, or like let me know if you have. Okay, so live here. Hold on a second. Boom, bang, bing. Live title. Yes, exactly. Hold on a sec. Yeah, so AI is not going to let you get Shilajit. That's almost guaranteed. Well, they've already banned it, like I said, in all throughout. And isn't it Australia that's like banning vitamin C or something? Interesting priorities. But no, I'm saying right now that Australia should be producing all of its own oil like it was in the 1970s. Like, why do we need to? There's some bombs dropping in the Middle East, so that means we have to pay 3 times as much of the gas pump. Like, especially when you have Texas and Alberta, like we produce enough oil, man. And I'm pretty sure Venezuela. And again, does oil actually run out? This is the question we have to be asking ourselves. Does oil run out the way they say it does? Is oil a fossil fuel? Does oil come from fossils or fossilized plankton? Do you believe that? This is what's asking. This is what we should be questioning. Does oil actually run out? Is there any alternatives to oil that have been hidden from us? Another question you're not supposed to ask. Texas just had a major explosion of oil refinery. Yeah, did you guys hear this? Guys, we're just so you know, we're live on Rumble right now talking about this in deep detail. This is like 2020 on freaking steroids, man. It's absolutely wild. Shout out to Who's Night Live. So a big refinery in Texas is on fire, by the way, right now, exploding. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. And all that the aviation stuff that happened. Jesse said, what's the smartest country to live in these days? Jesse, I would probably say, just saying, I said this joke kind of the other day, but I'm being serious about it. If you were a guy and you lived in like the mountains of Afghanistan, a energy crisis, fuel lockdown, shutdown wouldn't really affect you. You know what I mean? There's like some countries, go to a country that like doesn't really have much of a grid to begin with, and that would be probably a pretty chill place if shit hit the fan because they're already living like off grid. You know what I mean? But that's obviously like tongue in cheek. We can't all go to Afghanistan, you know. Okay, so listen, we're live on Rumble right now. It's free to download, free to watch, and free speech. Dinosaurs are fake. Yes, that's true. So at the link in my bio is the Rumble live stream link. We already got 100 plus people on there. Shout out to Annalise. And this is where we can discuss things freely because, again, there's only so much I can say on here. And I mean that. If you remember during 2020, if you made a post with the wrong word in it, then you'd get that little tag on the bottom of your post that said, for more information, click this link that goes to an approved source where it's telling the truth completely. Well, Amelia, that's why I was saying a guy could probably chill in Afghanistan, but I don't know if, you know, a lot of women should go to Afghanistan, of course. Anyways, so listen, come on over to Rumble right now. We're doing a deep dive on what's next around the corner because there's a plan here, dude, and 2030 is not too far away, and they have a lot of things that they want done by then. Now, you don't need to download the app. I remember they were censoring hashtags. That's right, Greaser Girl. That's right. They were censoring hashtags. I remember that. Yes, they were. And do you remember some of the posts, namely the owner of Microsoft, when he would make a post and he would get like 700,000 comments of people saying like, remember that? Anyway, so guys, come to Rumble right now. We'll see you guys there. We have to talk about the movie Leave the World Behind too, because there's a lot hidden in plain sight on there. Rumble is free. It's at the link in my bio, DeRealZay999. It's at the link in my bio. So click the link and then you'll see the Rumble link. You don't need to download the app, but if you download the app, it is a better viewing experience. And also it only takes 2 seconds. And if you make an account, then you can comment on there. So you do want to be able to comment. It is fun. We got a Q&A going, okay? So Jay, it's at the link in my profile. That's exactly right, Talisha and everyone else. I know the owner, I got to do a post on that Lone Ranger. Alternatively, you guys, you can go and comment the word Rumble on any one of my posts to be able to get the Rumble link sent to your DMs. But do not comment the word Rumble on the live. It does not send it to your DMs, okay? Shout out to Al Cordy. What's going on? And hope to see all of you guys on Rumble, all right? No, I won't post on YouTube. Sandoval, you can't really, YouTube is not really, you know what I'm saying? Tom, what the Sam Dam are you talking about, man? We got a global satanic plan in the midst, and you're asking about what? Fictitious digits on a screen? Like, what's going on, man? Okay, we'll see you guys on Rumble. What a dumbass. Or I should say, pray for him. That's right, yes. Wow, my Australia video is popping off, dude. Holy crappers. Okay, hold on. Boom, bang, bing. Yeah, that's a good idea, Magga Tim. Also, any empty jars you have, you could put water in. It's not going to go moldy. Any empty vessels, you could put water in. I would probably be a micron concerned if I lived in a, well, here's the thing, like, dude, Isaiah, dude, shout out to Isaiah. He just saw the video of Milo debunking me. Yeah, dude, I don't know what to say. That was a wild time, man. I'm glad he shut up finally about it, though. It's like, dude, okay, man. At the time, it's like, dude, do I want to spend hours like going through his counterpoints and getting into this big thing? And for what? Like, none of his followers know me. None of my followers see his shit because no one watches his shit who's on my side or rather in this area of expertise because the guy is pro fluoride. Like, what do you say, you know? So, but yeah, Isaiah, it was wild. Some of it was funny, though. Like, I do, you know, I like that he has a drive and whatnot, but he's definitely, I mean, he is, there's a lot more going on that he can wrap his head around for sure. And it's what it is. The more years you have in like university and college and all that, on average, the more brainwashed you're going to be. The guy can't fathom free energy. He couldn't imagine there's a satanic plan going on and a nefarious agenda. The cringiest thing is when people say, oh yeah, there's like this evil plan. Do you know how many people would have to be in on it? That's the most reductionist thought. It's compartmentalized. It's all about compartmentalization. The left hand doesn't know what the right hand doing. The guy working at the bank at the desk does not know what the regional manager knows. The regional manager doesn't know what the national manager knows. The CEO knows more than, you know what I mean? So it's going up the chain, man. It's the same thing with Freemasonry, really. Like there's Freemasons all around you right now who just go and hang out, but it's at when you get past a couple of those degrees, man. And you're supposed to, like, you know, to be a Freemason, you do have to like swear on your life that you will not reveal the secrets, and you like sign. It says like we can basically like kill you if you spread the secrets of Freemasonry. You know that. Eh? But yes, the owner of OnlyFans died of turbo cancer today. That is crazy, man. I don't know that running that type of operation is necessarily godly in any way, or righteous or positive for humanity in the slightest. But you know, anyway, yes, non-compliance, exactly, Linz. We do need to non-compliance 100%. Yeah, do not buy anything from Temu or Shein. So listen, in the movie Leave the World Behind, the young boy is wearing a T-shirt that says Obey. Yeah, I always thought Obey was kind of a cringy brand. It's like conform, like I know, but then they pretend that they're. What's the big idea with Obey? They're just making a mockery of or joking around with the movie They Live. Is that what it's about? You know. Anyway, so listen, guys. Australia is up shit creek without a paddle right now. But I want everyone to know, which some of you know and some of you are learning, is this. This whole thing is engineered and manufactured. It is a part of a plan. It is not an accident. It's not a coincidence. It's not a, oh shit, the war just caused us to have shortages of oil. They lied about oil. They lied about how much oil there is and or that it replenishes at all times. They've hidden the truth on alternative energy devices and water-powered cars. There's many people you figured out. Dude, I know someone in real life that I've met and seen this device. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. So this is how I know there's a scam going on. And you'd have to be totally fluoridated to not understand this. I know that sounds arrogant, but like, just listen. This guy in his garage, he's an engineer. He says master engineer, like a certified master, whatever the top degree of engineer is. He built, and he was a master electrician. That's what it was. And an engineer. He built a device. And this guy, I've seen him in person. He's a real person, okay? He made a device which you add a jar of water and connect it to this device. You connect it to a battery. The battery sends a little charge to the water through this thing that splits the molecule of hydrogen off of the oxygen. He then literally drills a hole into the engine of his car. It was a Volvo. And when he starts his car, hydrogen gas is being piped into his engine, increasing his fuel economy by like 65%. So a tank of gas lasts him 65% longer with this device that's pumping hydrogen into his engine. Doesn't replace, it's not like you don't need gas anymore, because his intention wasn't to make a water-powered car because he knows what happens to those types of folks. It was to make a water supply, anyway, if he can do that in his garage, and he is one guy who's an electrician and an engineer, can you wrap your heads around what deep underground military bases with boards of scientists and unlimited budgets can do, and what technology they have access to? Like, this is what you don't hear discussed on the news. We're talking about something right now that they would never utter these words. Gee, I wonder if like Stanley Meyer in his garage figured out how to make a water-powered car. Like, what the hell is our government and our military secret intelligence agencies up to? Well, they're in the business of hiding and suppressing that shit because they want us dependent on oil, because they want to pull this thing. So it's freaking wild, man. The feed's good, right, Zay? Okay, good. Oh, really? The feed gimped for a second there? Okay, hopefully it's still good. So listen, a couple of things are going on. I want to tell you what the next part of the lockdown is planned to be, so we won't be so surprised when it happens. I wanted to mention, though, we are giving away 3 or 4 more bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chocolate powder, which is extremely detoxifying and delicious. It massively boosts your gut microbiome. It increases stem cell production. It also increases nutrient absorption because there's a ton of bioavailable minerals in here, including magnesium, which, if you know, everyone doesn't get enough magnesium these days. In its mineral form, no one gets enough of it at all. That's causing sleep problems, all this kinds of shit. So organic heirloom cacao, super delicious and detoxing. You could drink it. You can eat it by the spoon dry. It's that good. It's sweetened with maple sugar crystals. It's got Ceylon cinnamon in there, and it's got organic vanilla bean powder too. So it's this freaking blend, man. It's a superfood blend. There's also camu camu and lucuma in here as well. So you will absolutely love it. The way the deal works, it is first come, first serve. Someone already did the deal though, so we actually only have 3 left, not 4 or 5. I just put the link in the chat, which goes to choq.com, choq.com. And that takes you to the website, which is Choq is based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. So totally legit. I've been partnered with them since 2019. And how many pineal glands have we decalcified since starting? Probably more than I can even wrap my head around, man. And you know how many people are trying to be able to conceive and have children these days, but they're totally infertile because of the chemicals we're exposed to? We actually are. There is some Choq babies running around, dude, from pro-fertile parents who are taking Choq. Shout out to Butterdog, who said he's getting a stack right now. Dude, shout out to Butter. So listen, this is the way the deal works. You go to choq.com, choq.com. You put the number one supplement for men and women at choq.com is the hot water purified Shilajit. It's a hormone optimizer. It stimulates the production of new brain cells, which is called neurogenesis. It also massively increases sperm count and sperm motility for men. And for women, it calibrates your endocrine system and, again, is extremely pro-fertile. It also increases muscle endurance and muscle recovery. The Russian military secretly studied it for 40 years, and they administered it to their troops during the Cold War to increase morale and to reduce combat fatigue. This is why they studied Shilajit. It's a freaking powerful thing, man. So Shilajit, number one supplement for men and women. To get the free lit powder, you go to choq.com and you put the male vitality stack or the female vitality stack in your cart. You apply the discount code 26life, 26LIFE. That's a 26% off lifetime discount on any subscription or bundle. And if you place your order during the live and you're one of the next 3 people because someone just got a male stack already, you're going to get the free bag of lit included in your order. You're not going to see it on your order form, but it's going to be packed up when your order is placed and put in your package and shipped to your door in 2 to 5 business days. Super fast shipping as well. In the male and female stack, you have the organic ashwagandha as well, which is it's certified organic. It's much more potent than the conventional ashwagandha you find on Amazon, which is usually farmed in China. It is extremely powerful for hormone optimization. It's pro-fertile. It's another one of the pro-fertility superfoods. It increases healthy mood and focus, and it massively increases melatonin production, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. You will love the ashwagandha. It is a total superfood, and that's in the male and female stack, which, by the way, the Shilajit, which is in the male and female stack, increases, it's called a potentiator, so it increases the potential of any other herb or superfood taken with it. So Shilajit is freaking awesome. By the way, be careful. Most Shilajit is the tar resin Shilajit. It's diluted. It's got 20 to 30% water. It usually has heavy metals. Choq's Shilajit is hot water purified. Then the water is evaporated, making it a potent concentrate. We do have literally the best of every single thing. I know that sounds like, whoa, really? I'm telling you right now, look at our ashwagandha compared to any ashwagandha on Amazon. Look at the Tongkat Ali, which is in the male vitality stack. Most Tongkat is farmed in China. Our Tongkat Ali is certified wildcrafted from Malaysia. It's 100-to-1 extract using a patented extraction method, which increases, or rather maintains, the bioactive compounds that are supposed to be responsible for the benefits of the Tongkat in the first place. The Tongkat in the male stack boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days, plus sperm count, sperm motility, mental clarity, energy levels, and muscle mass, muscle endurance, and muscle recovery. Every single guy should be. There's many things there's some things you just wouldn't say everyone should this, should that, but literally every single guy should be taking Tongkat Ali. Every healthy adult, I should say. I mean, there's some people who might not be on some regiment from someone in a white lab coat. Should I understand? But I'm just saying, Tongkat, it's freaking good for you. It's in the male stack. So put the male or female stack in your cart, apply the discount code 26life. You get the 26% off lifetime discount. And then you'll get the free bag of lit included in your order. Shout out to Watchwoman. Thank you, Watchwoman. Isaiah said, OnlyFans and many other things affecting the culture, resulting in a degenerate rap nation. the further a society drifts from truth, the more they will hate those that speak it. And I think the countries that are the most shitstormy right now are the least godly. Like, for example, even though Russia is headed towards the same technocratic digital ID prison system, it's very low crime. You could be in Moscow walking around and it's chill. Poland, very Christian, very, are they Catholic? I don't know. Are they Orthodox? I don't know, but very safe. There's also places like Canada and certain states that it's a shitstorm where everyone's like, no, we're on a spinning ball and we came from an explosion called the Big Bang. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, so I do think that that has something to do with it too. Shout out to Butterdog who said, I'm having children soon. Chalk baby 200 IQ Giga Chat. Dude, Butterdog, it's like that, man. It is like that. With my two little ones, and they're probably enhanced DNA massively from me taking Shilajit for, let's think, how long did I take Chalk for before I had my little two lovelies? 2019, September? No. Sometime in 2019, I started taking Chalk. I could probably go back to the first day I took my first capsule of it. So right away, sperm count, DNA, mental clarity, energy levels, testosterone. My voice actually changed and deepened, by the way, when I started taking Chalk. When I started taking the Chalk daily, that was the first superfood that I started taking, the Chalk daily. And that one literally deepened my voice. And that was in 2019. I had already hit puberty. It's not like your voice is supposed to change and get deeper when you're 24, 25 years old. It did. And it's because of testosterone. So I was eating organic even I was eating organically, and it deepened my voice from taking the Chalk daily. That's the testosterone. Testosterone. If you have no testosterone, you'll sound like a squeaky freaking, you know what I mean? You know, a guy who has low testosterone, his voice is all over the place. Hold on a second. Annalise, do I know you, Annalise? Not in real life, but I've heard that name before. Have you been on the live or have you DM'd me before or something? Shout out to Annalise. Guys, Annalise just ordered and Butterdog just ordered at the same damn time. That's a 60, you know that song. Shout out to Butterdog and Annalise who just got, and look, Annalise has an angel number in her order number, 333. Shout out to Annalise, who was what? Divinely guided to get an angel number on her order number of Chalk. That is freaking awesome, Annalise. And you're getting the free lit. You're going to love it, Annalise. The female stack, by the way, I was just hyping up the male stack, but the the female stack, which is the purified Shilajit, the organic ashwagandha, and the wild crafted Irish moss, is a full-blown game changer. You're going to notice a massive difference in your brain function, your hormones, your sleep quality. You're going to feel like $1 million, Annalise. I'm so excited for you, and you're going to love the lit powder. Keep in mind too, so the discount code 26life, because there's a bunch of people on the website right now at Chalk. You put the discount code 26life on the subscription. It drops 26% off for life on the subscription. You can cancel or modify your subscription at any time, but keep in mind the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption. So this is something you do want to like incorporate into your lifestyle. Although of course, even just taking it for 30 days is better than not. But it's really good to get into you consistently. That's what the clinical studies are based on. So congratulations, and everyone give Annalise a round of applause and a pat on the friggin' back for her angel number order number. That is so awesome. Tim said it takes 70 days to create new sperm, so be sure to take your Chalk for a while before getting pregnant. That's right, Tim, 100%. I thought it was 90 days. I thought it was 90 days for your sperm to mature. So this is called conscious conception. You want to have a baby. Well, make sure you cut out this, that, and the other toxin, chemical, this, that. Do a full detox, a full fast. Do a full freaking cleanse, both man and woman. Before, of course. Oh, look at that. Wow, that's freaking awesome, Annalise. Which is your birthday. Annalise seems to be divinely guided right now by the sounds of it. And by that angel number, too. That's freaking awesome, Annalise. Welcome, Annalise. And by the way, so the reason we stream on Rumble, Annalise, is because, I mean, I think you heard the censorship thing, but it is wild that we can get away with saying, like, dude, if this was 2020, I could have been streaming on Rumble saying, like, yo, watch out for this freaking shot. They're trying to lock us down because they want to get us used to the government overstepping all these boundaries and saying you can't do this, you can't do that. They say that COVID was a telling you how to live, and this one is going to tell you, or what was it? The post I saw was something to the effect of this one wants to really control your movements. And yeah, Bohemian Grove. You know what's crazy? So EBV, right? The Epstein-Barr virus. It's like herpes, right? Apparently, in some of the Epstein files, it came out that Epstein like wanted everyone to have his DNA or something. And I don't know the full post. One of you, Bohemian Grove, probably knows, but like he said something to someone who's into vaxes that he wants everyone to have his DNA, and like a huge percentage of people have the Epstein-Barr virus. By the way, where the hell did they come up with calling that thing the Epstein-Barr virus? And also, um, did you guys hear Chris Webby's song when he's a rapper, and he made a song and he mentioned mono, and then said something and then said that's an Epstein bar, which is hilarious because mono is Epstein Barr. Like, isn't that funny? So that's wild. Eh? Anyways, I don't know that Epstein Barr virus is literally from Jeffrey Epstein, but that is kind of fucking crazy. You got to admit. Also, who the heck in crap is Mister Palm Beach Pete? Because that guy looks like Epstein, bro. Should I pull up a picture? Hold on a sec. Dude, this guy looks way too much like Epstein, man. Have you guys seen? Oh man. And then like I said, there is another guy. Oh, so see, Maria here is with the receipts. She says they created EBV. Oh, they created EBV in 1930. So Maria, is EBV created? I wouldn't be surprised. Like, isn't AIDS created too? Um, okay, so Sunny, just so you know, Sunny is talking about her. What did she say? Not your daughter. Did you say your daughter or not stepdaughter? Your what you call it? Hold on. Yeah. Oh yeah, your youngest daughter is still trying to get pregnant. Freaking birth control pills. School nurse gave them to her when she was 13. Dude, the reason that it's so satanic. Oh, by the way, there is like still a bunch of people on the site, and now because Butterdog and Annalise ordered at the same time, we only have 2 bags of the chocolate powder left to give away. So if you guys are on the fence, amazing discount, 26% off for life. I put the link in the chat again, choq.com. Get the male vitality stack or the female vitality stack with the code 26life, 26% off for life, cancel or modify at any time. And if you place your order on the live, you're getting a free $100 bag of chocolate powder. I'm also about to shout out the live on Instagram. So those last 2 bags will be scooped up imminently, but I want to hold it for you guys because you're first in line. So Epstein-Barr created in labs, yes. And you know what? Also, apparently, whatchamacallit, so is Lyme disease. It came off that freaking island, Plum Island, where they have a, like, how do you hear that story and not be like, why do people, it's crazy how people, is it the fluoride? Like if you get together with your family or friends and you're not talking about the crazy shit that's going on and not surface level, like, oh, did you hear Trump? Like, he fucking did that stupid thing over there. You know, that's the, you think you're informed level, right? Like, did you hear, like, Iran is gonna, hey, it's COVID again, but in a different version, and it's part of this nefarious satanic plan. If you're not talking about that, and the fact that Lyme disease was created in a lab, and that oil never runs out, water never runs out, ancient giant tree stumps, ancient giants, God is real, Jesus existed and is still around. I mean, he's coming back, perhaps. We all are on the same wavelength of that, I think. And all this stuff is going on. How do you not talk about that? And that's how you end up not hanging out with some people as much. They don't want to hear it, or they're just too much fluoride, man. Really. Also, so Sunny, though, I do think, though, if your daughter takes the female stack again, that should do it. And also, if she does some like a serious like fast, eh? like a big water fast. Quartz rather, Crystal, who is new to Rumble. Shout out to Quartz Crystal with the blue username. She said when they're still stuck in the left-right paradigm. Exactly, Court. Exactly. It is. Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, I have family members, texting me the shit, and I'm like, dude, it's like you can't even. And I've explained it so many times. I'm like, it's you're watching puppets on the TV talking about things. You're watching a stage, a show. It's entertainment. It's meant to confuse you and disorient you. When there's Agenda 2030. If we're not talking about Agenda 2030, then we're literally just watching a you're not informed. Who was it who said it? Who is also in the Illuminati? The one actor there, he said, if you watch the news, you're misinformed. If you don't watch the news, you're uninformed, which is kind of a silly thing to say, but do you remember who said that? I'm sure one of you guys will know. But it's true, man. Annalise said her sister got bit by a mosquito and got Lyme disease and lost the feeling in her face and woke up temporarily paralyzed. Holy shit. I'm trying to remember. Someone just said, was it fasting? Well, in the Bible, it does say fasting and prayer can rejuvenate everything. So I think fasting is definitely a hack. I should do another fast. I haven't fasted in a while. I do intermittent fasting, but like a full-blown fast, I actually should do one. It's probably a really good time to do one. Dude, hold on. Shut up, everyone. Could you imagine if we all fasted? Like people do group meditations. What about a group fast? Would you guys fast with me if I picked a day? And I'll be honest, I'll tell you if I'm fasting, and if I stop fasting, I'll tell you guys. But we should have like a goal. Should we all do a 3-day fast? Because I feel like a group meditation is powerful, but like we're already kind of meditating on this live together. We're talking, right? Like we're conjoined, we're discussing, we're on the same frequency. Would it be powerful as heck if we all fasted at the same time? Let me know. That may even be, could that even be more powerful than a group meditation? Yeah, Sonny, you gotta yank that freaking phone out of his pocket, man. You gotta not keep your phone in your pocket unless you want to lower your sperm count, or for women, cook those freaking eggs, man. That's awesome. Ish said he would fast. Matthew 17:21. That's right, Mama Factivist. Ish says we should fast. In my opinion, our spiritual and regenerative systems pull energy from the same spot our digestive tract does. They can't run at the same time. Spiritual and regeneration systems pull energy from. Explain that again, Cliff Diver, so I fully understand. Oh yeah, you probably shouldn't, Annalise. No, I don't think you're supposed to. I don't think you even could fast if you're pregnant, because you got to give all those nutrients to that baby. Oh, by the way, Annalise, because you're pregnant, unplug your Wi-Fi at night. Get your bare feet on the ground as much as you can. Take it easy. Don't lift anything heavy. That's like a classic advice, but you know that. But I'm saying unplug your Wi-Fi. Yeah, I said that. Don't microwave anything. You probably don't anyways. Just a few things to think about. Give her more tips. Anyone else in here, Mama Factivist and all you guys, tell her a few hacks. Do a home birth. I'm saying do a home birth. I realize that's like not something you just say do it, but I do recommend. I'm an avid home birth advocate. Wow, Bohemian Grove, that's badass, dude. He said Christ did a 40-day fast and still combated Lucifer head on. Dude, so hold on. I did an 8-day fast. Should I try to do a fast for 40 days? Like, that is freaking a long time, though, dude. That might be crazy. Who's fasted here the longest? Wait, what? Lynn says she did a 45-day. Lynn's, explain what you just said again, because that's freaking crazy. And Tiesh said, yes, unplug your Wi-Fi every night, pregnant or not. That's right. Absolutely, Tiesh. I love all the new names. I love the old names in here too, but the new names. Okay, I'm shouting out the live again on Instagram. This is the last call. We have 2 more bags of the free lit powder. If you want to detox, boost your brain function massively. And by the way, if you want to fast, I will always take Shilajit when I'm fasting next. I take it in general, but it increases the benefits and powerfulness, the effects of a fast, like massively. And it also helps to not have the unfortunate stomach pains you feel sometimes when you're fasting. Fasting with juice. So, Mama, my understanding is you can do like a juice cleanse, so that's great. But if you're drinking juice, you're not fully fasting because you're putting uh, calories into your system. So a true fast is 0 calories. My fast was, this was before I knew about Shilajit. I was taking bentonite clay, psyllium husk, and activated charcoal, and I was chugging that, and that detoxes your ass off, man. Okay, hold on. Let me shout out this live on Instagram. And remember to put the discount code 26life on the male or female stack when you place your order so you get the freebie included. I have copper in my shoes. Beautiful, Annalise. I can just picture your copper shoes. And I've never used a microwave. That's awesome. Guys, come on. I have shungite everywhere, and I just got Wi-Fi after so long of not having any. I always turn it off, and I'm on airplane mode. Awesome, Annalise. So she's already got that covered. Annalise, what's your plan for your birth? Home birth or what? Let me know. Yah requires believers to fast 1 day a year in the 7th biblical month on the Day of Atonement, a high Sabbath, not a weekly Sabbath. Yah also requires a yeast fast of unleavened bread. See, Watchwoman, like, explain to that more. So when am I supposed to fast? Okay, live title. Boom, bang, bang. Okay, hold on. Texas, what is it? An oil refinery? Yeah, okay. There we go. Look what Annalise said. She's staying home with her doula. Hello, Annalise. You got a great head on your shoulders, and I'm sure that your husband is great too because he's aware of these sorts of things. Because you can't really unplug your Wi-Fi and have like a girlfriend or boyfriend and them not be like, "What the hell are you doing?" You know what I mean? Like they got to be on the same wavelength. You know what I mean? No, Prince Red, never use a microwave. Literally, do not use a microwave ever. It's, let's just say, it puts those nutrients upside down, man. It nukes them. It nukes the nutrients. I'm gonna patent that. What's going on, everyone? So yes, a freaking oil refinery is on fire in Texas. A plane crashed in New York. The Newark, New Jersey Liberty International Airport got closed down because of a fire in the control tower. And Atlanta Airport and JFK Airport are completely, like, you're lucky to walk through there because of the shocking wait lines for the TSA. Shira said, please shave. You know, it's funny. People are saying shave. People say grow it out. You can't please everyone, man. I'll just shave half of it, and that will please half of you guys. Okay, listen. So we're talking about this shocking agenda. Energy lockdowns are coming around the corner. We have Australia getting hit seemingly the hardest and soonest. Australia is running out of gas, running out of oil, diesel. Never use a induction cooktop, Mark. There's a video on YouTube by a girl's channel called what's it called again? It's called type in EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies, EMF induction cooktop, and you'll see a video, and I forget the girl's channel, but they emit a ton of EMFs. Like, you might as well stand in front of a microwave. It's a shocking amount of radiation that's coming off of it. Also, if you stand in front of your induction cooktop, it's like right at your waist level, which for guys is going to fry your sperm, and for girls, your eggs there are a bit too close to it, man. So we'll talk about that too, but don't use a microwave. We know that, but yeah. I don't know what you're asking me, Cruise Missile, but cool username. So listen, we are live right now on Rumble, which is free to download, free to watch, and free speech. It's at the link in my bio. We're talking about stuff that we cannot fully discuss on here because you have to watch out what you say. I got in trouble for talking about fluoride. Shout out to Amelia. Hold on, I gotta turn the brightness up. So yeah, come to Rumble right now. We already got 100 people on. We're discussing all the shocking stuff that's coming around the corner. And Miss Monica, rather. Yes, I'm glad that you are aware of this agenda. 100%. That's what it is. It's that. And also, what's her name? Catherine Austin Fitz. says that she is worried about, well, she said a famine, but it's going to be an energy crisis. They're pulling the plug on oil, dude. They're pulling the plug on oil, and they're going to try to push us into smart cities, 5G, and the digital ID system, the mark of the beast. Do not get the mark of the beast, man. Do not have a mark. Do not get the mark of the beast. Jesse, okay, so all of you guys are asking such great questions. I cannot answer them all on the live, but it is more likely to be answered on the live on Rumble because there's less people and it's like a more intimate environment. You know, we don't have 1 billion people there yet, so I can actually answer. It's like a Q&A, but we're also discussing what's going on, including the shocking disclosure that's coming around the corner as well. The alien stuff. It's a total scam. Okay, so we're going to see you guys on Rumble. It's at the link in my bio, or you can go and comment the word Rumble on any one of my posts and you get the link sent to your DMs. Don't comment Rumble on the live though. It will not get to your DMs. You only get it from commenting on post. But the channel name, Albertson, is Shane Vibes Live Feeds, I think it is. Or just click the link in my profile and you'll see the Rumble link and you can join. And Rumble, by the way, has a ton of documentaries that are like completely banned on YouTube, but you can watch them on Rumble. Inductive radiated nutsack. Exactly, Dre. It is true, man. You're standing in front of that induction cooktop. It is cooking your freaking seed, man. I'm so worried about the weather modification that is on top of my apartment, 12 feet above my head. Oh, Jerry, do you mean the friggin' cell towers on top of your apartment building? Yeah, dude. I would move. I know it's a shit show, but I would quite move, man. You don't want to be that close to a cell tower. That's another agenda. Okay, we'll see you guys on Rumble. I heard about that, Amelia. Amelia, come to Rumble, all right? It's at the link in my bio. Shout out to Platinum Choice. Hey, man, how you doing? Okay, we'll see you guys on Rumble. Okay, so hold on a second. Annalise says, yeah, inductions are shit. And even an electric cooktop is not good. Even an electric burner is like a ton of EMFs coming off that thing. Sonny, a lineman, do you think being a lineman is harmful to his sperm? Nate is working as a lineman, working with hot stuff. I guess, honestly, probably working around electricity, high voltages, probably gives off some dirty electricity. That might fry his sack a little bit. But if I was him, maybe he'd want to take to work one day like a radiation analyzer just to detect how much is he really getting. I know linemen though, and sometimes they're working on putting up new lines that aren't even on yet. So I bet you if he was working, what's worse? Linemen are usually outside though, fresh air, sunlight. What's worse, a lineman or you're working in an office building with 25 Wi-Fi routers around you and all this artificial blue light everywhere? So what's worse, you know? Yo, shout out to Rumble Rick, who's new here and just gave me 10 freaking bucks. Rumble Rick, shout out to Rumble Rick. Rick, you know what we'll do? Thank you, first thing. Appreciate keeping the lights on the stream. Speaking of EMFs, sperm count, testosterone, and this shocking agenda against humanity, I should mention, Rick, you might be interested in, we're giving away 2 more bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chocolate powder, which is super detoxing and delicious. And Annalise, I want to talk to you about your cooking over a fire. I got to talk to you about that. The chocolate powder, organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, massively stimulates stem cell production. It increases nutrient absorption because it boosts your gut microbiome. And it is extremely delicious. So this is the chocolate powder. We're giving away 2 more bags on the line. The way the deal works, it's first come, first serve, but I'm going to save a slot for Rick because he is a Giga Chad. Thank you, Rick. The way the deal works, the #1 supplement at chalk.com is the hot water purified Shilajit. I just put the link in the chat that goes to chalk.com. It's first come, first serve, so make sure you click the link if you want to get the free bag of lit powder. So #1 supplement at chalk.com for men and women is the hot water purified Shilajit. It's a hormone optimizer. It's a fertility booster. It boosts testosterone for men. It calibrates your endocrine system for women. It's pro-fertile and it stimulates the production of new brain cells. That's the Shilajit. So if you go to chalk.com, the link I just put in the chat, and you put the male vitality stack or the female vitality stack in your cart, which have a ton of bioactive compounds, superfoods, clinically studied, and thousands of reviews on Trustpilot. Chalk, by the way, is based in the United States. They ship out of Georgia. They're founded in Texas, and they have an all-American customer service team. If you go to chalk.com and you put the male or female vitality stack in your cart, and you apply the discount code 26life, you get 26% off for life on your subscription, and automatically you're going to get the free bag of lit included in your order. So shout out to all the new people on the live. We have 2 more bags of the lit powder left to give away. Annalise just got the female stack, so congratulations to Annalise, who's talking about cooking over fire, the best thing we should do. Dude, if you guys live, listen to me for a second. If you guys live, depending on where you live, this won't work if you're in an apartment, but even if you have just a micro yard, get a grill that is just a little metal box with a grill on it. Get some firewood, some good hardwood, seasoned hardwood. Literally cook on fire as much as you possibly can. The smokiness, delicious, natural, and it's free. And it's free, dude. Free wood. Go to the forest, get some standing dead, get some dry branches, get fires going, and cook on wood. I'm going to be doing that all summer. I can't believe it's so stupid. You got free wood laying around and free lighters or matches or a flintstone, and we pay for electricity to cook our food. Which, by the way, speaking of inductions, is unfortunate. Induction cooktop, not ideal. Also, where did you guys go? Oh, there you go. Inductions is shit, but also even electric cooktops, we were mentioning, electric cooktops do emit a ton of electromagnetic frequencies as well. So its best is gas, but if you're using gas, natural gas, if you got a gas freaking burner, the fumes, like you got to have a window open. Any combusted fuel is going to be in your air, and it's not ideal. But I'm not like the guy who says, what was it? The big fear monger around gas stoves. I'm not that worried about it, but yes, cooking on wood is best for sure. Propane, I have a natural, my farmer friend who's an organic farmer, his mom who's like 80, she's fully woke, fully awake, and she said, obviously she says that propane is toxic. I imagine propane is toxic. You can't inhale it, obviously, but you're cooking food with it. But I mean, I do use my barbecue, with propane, but I just want to look, I'm next to a forest. I should be cooking on wood all the time. Okay, hold on a second. Does the color of this screen look a bit weird now? Hold on. Like it looks glowy. Let me turn the brightness up. Okay, there. Okay, shout out to Rumble Rick, by the way, who works at Rumble. Shout out to Rumble Rick, man. Great freaking gig, bro. So what do you do for Rumble? Like moderate comments or something? I doubt it. Shout out to Rumble Rick, though, man. Thank you, man, for the $10, the super chat. I also wanted to mention to whatchamacallit. Yeah, Ashley, dating apps, you're better off meeting at like your twin flame at a farmer's market or something. Dating apps are designed to lower the population. And I know that may sound shocking, but it's literally true. I'm not saying there's a depopulation agenda, but if there was, what would they be doing differently? We got chemicals, contaminants, fluoride, pesticides, all this crazy stuff. You got atrazine, which reverses the gender of frogs. And that's in our water supply. You know that 80-90% of people they tested had atrazine in their bloodstream. That literally makes male frogs grow ovaries and female frogs like grow testicles or become a guy frog. That's what they put into the water. I can't imagine, dude, if someone is out there and they're eating conventionally and drinking conventional water, tap water, especially I think of the children, like kids growing up today, it's not the same when our parents grew up, man. It is not the same as when our parents grew up. It's different now. It's shockinger now. If you were just a normal person, your kid wakes up, drinks fluoride, the GMOs, the strange freaking upside down synthetic colors, the non-organic food, and then from a young age, getting exposed to atrazine your whole life. It's completely shocking, man. It's an absolute, it's because they don't want a little boy to grow up into a strong man, and they don't want young girls growing up to be strong women. They want them to be upside down and backwards and chemicals and their hormones and everything, and to be infertile, of course, because we know the second or third generation of rats that are fed GMO corn grew tumors and became totally infertile. So shout out to Watchwoman who's talking to Sunny. Welcome all the new people here. Shout out to Faz369er. He said he's always raved about cacao. He never knew how pivotal it really is. He was taking BS. Shout out to Faz, dude. So yeah, cacao is a superfood, one of the most potent in the natural world, and it's believed to be whatchamacallit, an octave of sun energy is what David Wolf said. He got roasted for saying it. But anyway, no, cacao is one of the best superfoods in the natural world. It's also such a treat and so delicious. And of course, that stem cell production that it causes is freaking wild. It repairs damaged tissue and damaged cells. Fellow the Sky Clock said, Shane, Jess here. Do you have community and what do they think of your Instagram? I'm struggling with letting others know all the knowledge I've gained. Chalk rules, by the way. I subscribe to the Male Vitality Stack. Shout out to Jess, dude, or Jesse probably, who got the Male Stack. Congratulations, Jesse. And also congratulations to Zaydoon, who said he got his chalk. Shout out to Zaydoon. Zaydoon, did you just order on the live, dude? Hold on a second. That means we only have one bag of lit left. If you ordered the male or female stack on the live, that means you're getting the free lit, dude. Shout out to Zaydoon. Tell me if you did. To answer Jess, though, so dude, yes, I have community. I have a ton of, well, not a ton. You can only maintain, they say you can't have more than 100 friends or barely even acquaintances. The human mind, like that's too many people to have a relationship with. But anyways, so yes, I have a good group of friends who are all aware. We all have kids. We all homeschool them. We all have outdoor fun with our children and play and snowmobile and four-wheel and forest walkings and plantings and gardenings. And I helped my one friend process a pig the other day that they raised themselves. So I got to see a pig being processed and butchered up and everything in their butcher house. It's freaking awesome. And he's off grid too. So solar, like the grid could go down, he'd be all right. But of course, chainsaws, like they run on gas. If there's no gas, like everything's kind of fucked right now because everything is dependent on it, you know? Anyways, I have a community. We're on the same wavelength. I don't hang out with anyone who's not fully aware of what's going on. Not because I'm like, oh, I'm not hanging out with you. You don't know what's going on rudely or arrogantly, but it's just like, your vibe attracts your tribe, right? So, with you though, if you're like, you became aware and you are aware of what's going on and all these conspiracies, which are fully true, and the chemtrails and everything, which by the way, it's a good idea to be detoxing the heavy metals now. It's a very good idea to be detoxing the heavy metals now. If you're taking the male or female vitality stack, you're getting the Shilajit and you're getting the chocolate powder, and even the ashwagandha is a hormone optimizer and is super good for detoxification as well. I cannot recommend enough to be of sound mind and sound body today at this pinnacle moment in human history, and get the metals out. So, but anyways, to answer your question, you're going to lose some friends and you're going to gain some friends if you talk about the true situation that's happening in the world right now. It is what it is. But the ones you lose, power to them. Hopefully they wake up at some point. Like, I don't hang out with literally anyone that I was best friends with in high school. Some of them follow me, some of them watch my stuff, and some of them I think are awake or somewhat awake, but we just don't really hang out anymore. And also, most of our hangouts now, it's like involved, like if I'm going to go do something on a weekend or something, it's with friends who also have their young ones and family, so it's a big shebang hangout fun day. You know what I mean? But anyways, my point is that you should speak your truth and speak from the rooftops. And don't worry if someone, like, you're already kind of asking, like, look what your question is. It's, you're struggling with letting others know all the knowledge you've gained. Well, for one, I couldn't share all the knowledge I gained if I didn't start trying to share the knowledge I've gained and, you know, do a piss poor job of explaining it at first, having to research more, having to, like, for example, everyone is programmed to be like, fluoride, like that's for your teeth, and GMOs, like that's to feed the world. And so I know all of the rapid fire debunks of like every topic basically that I'm talking about. So that, I don't mean that to sound arrogant, but I mean like chemtrails. Like, yes, I could debate someone like, yes, they are spraying chemtrails. Like, yes, there's hundreds of patents. That's all proven. We got whistleblowers. There's fucking, look at it. You can see this thing in the sky. The fluoride, same thing. It's not good for your teeth. It makes them harder. It makes them more brittle, and it calcifies your pineal gland. It melts the road if it spills on the road, but it's apparently good for your teeth. How much fluoride do you have to drink to believe that? You know what I mean? But so, anyways, I know the bullet points of these topics because of experience trying to explain it, and then sometimes being like, oh shit, what do I say to that? What do I say if someone says, oh, GMOs are to feed the world and they're actually safe? You know what I mean? But now I know a bunch of those. But anyways, you just got to speak your truth, man. Get talking about it, and yeah, you'll gain friends and you'll lose friends, man. But really, at the end of the day, like, I remember my English teacher was like, if you're 50 and you got two friends, you're doing all right. And at the time, I was like, I got like hundreds of friends, man. Like, I'm in high school, like I know everybody, man. And now I'm like, yeah, I have like a couple of good friends, like not a shitload, you know. Anyways, so hold on a second. But then I have all you guys too. Like, you guys, I actually have, if I count my followers as friends, I have like, if TikTok didn't just get deleted, I'd have like 3 million friends, man. You know what's crazy too? Let me say something. With a million followers on Instagram, do you realize my account, it's like 90%, like 99%, 95% English speaking, like people who follow me. Like, unless with the AI translation, there might be some Indians following me, but it's like 99% English speaking. There's only so many countries in the world that speak English, and there's only so many cities in the world, which is where most people live. It's crazy that, and this is not like an ego, like, oh, this is so cool, I'm so dope thing, but it's just interesting because, yeah, people in every city in North America, there's some number of people there, whether it's hundreds or thousands. California, Los Angeles, probably thousands. There's a hub of consciousness over there. I know it's liberal and everything, but there's awake people, of course. New York, freaking Texas. There's probably like tens of thousands of people in Texas who've seen my face, follow me, know what's going on, and I could go to Texas and have a freaking barbecue with them right now. China, there might be people in China who follow me. Can they even get Instagram there? No, they can't. So never mind. But anyways, my point is, it's just interesting that consciousness has spread so far and people are waking up. Really. Okay, hold on a second. Cliff Diver is so blessed to have a well out in the country. That is awesome, dude. You know what's weird though? Um, you know what's weird is that to get a well drilled, you do know it needs to be registered, right? By law, the company that drills wells, any company that drills well that's certified, has to register the well. Anything that you have to register, you're forfeiting ownership of. There's something to that. Oh, I wanted to answer the guy asking me if I wanted to become a straw man, or rather, reclaim my sovereignty and no longer be a straw man. Dude, I couldn't even begin. I mean, look, the sovereign citizen thing is cool. I know that it's like a cool thing to do and everything. I say that. What I mean to say is this: sovereign sounds cool. Revoke your birth certificate, blah blah blah. But everything I've seen that everyone has done, uh, who've tried to be sovereign, end up spending more time dealing with the government, dealing with the courts, than someone who just goes under the radar. But of course, if everyone tried to be sovereign, there's nothing they could do, and that would be fine. But I have a friend who tried to do sovereign, and I don't know if he did it wrong or what, but his heart was in the right place, but he got completely gimped by the system, man. So I don't even know. There's one guy that was in a news video, covered it actually, that he has these businesses and he works, but he pays no taxes and he doesn't have a license and he doesn't pay for insurance, and he was in Manitoba, um, and in Canada, and they did a segment on him, and he's like, yeah, and he's been to court like 50 times though. So anyway, very, very interesting, man. Yeah, the rainwater thing is crazy. 369er, it is crazy. Where is it illegal to collect rainwater, by the way? And where is OBX, Ashley? I'm trying to think. Like someone yesterday said, whatchamacallit? Someone yesterday said, or the other day said, Noi, the Noi. And I'm like, oh, that's Illinois. But OBX, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, pyramid power is real for sure, man. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just check something here. What do you mean to serve Harlem? Do you mean like you're doing something in Harlem that's servingly? Let me know your thoughts, dude. Okay, hold on a second, everyone. Okay, there's a bunch of people on the site right now, and someone just ordered a Shilajit. Congratulations to who just got a Shilajit with the discount code 26life. This is probably the last call to get the free lit powder included in people's orders. If you go to chalk.com and you put the male or female vitality stack in your cart and you apply the discount code 26life on your subscription, you get a 26% off lifetime discount and you get the free $100 bag of the chocolate powder included in your order automatically. So congratulations to who gets the next and last call on the free lit powder. You get a male or female stack and you get the free lit in your order. Just make sure you use the coupon code 26life to unlock the 26% off lifetime discount. Hatteras Island. Let me see where that is. Oh, that's in North Carolina here, action. Let's see, where do we got? Maps. Yeah, come on. Oh, dang, eh? That's like, you're basically in the friggin' ocean there. Oh, but that road connects, you can drive all the way there, eh? Just a friggin' hair, like that's a thin little road, eh? You live in friggin', you live there, Ashley? On, what would you call that? I mean, it's not an island, but it's like the end of the world, man. Oh, there's actually a bunch of people who live there. So I'd be fishing, man. If I, well, is it clean? I'm sure it's, well, if you go out deep enough, but anywhere, like you want to be fishing near New York City every time it rains, 1 billion pounds of crap goes in the friggin' water and the chemicals. But yeah, if I see, here's the thing: if I was on a coast, fish and some type of seafood would definitely be a pretty big staple. Uh, I'd have crab nets or crab cages or whatever. I know though. Are we supposed to eat shellfish? Like, let me know. But anyways, yeah, I was gonna say Ashley, it looks freaking beauty. I'd be fishing all over the place, but like to feed, like to put it in the freezer and then eat it for free. You just need your fishing license, or you just go out at night with a flashlight. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I don't even trust rainwater with all the chemtrails. Spring water is the best, and they have natural springs all over you can find for free or cheap on findaspring.org. Guys, give a pat on the back to Annalise, who's shouting out findaspring.org, helping people to get to clean springs. Annalise, yeah, I love how you mentioned spring water because spring water from deep earth is not contaminated by chemtrails. It's coming from deep earth. It's coming from the primary water cycle. Totally clean and pure. So I love that. But yeah, rainwater, snow. How do you tell kids not to eat snow, man? I grew up eating it. It's like fuck. But I do tell them like we don't, it's not ideal, but it happens, man. I just wish the nanobots, like I could deal with just heavy metals if we were being sprayed with them, because we can just detox that. You're taking Shilajit, you're taking the chocolate powder, you're detoxing it. But the nanobots, but your body does know how to excrete everything that is foreign in it. So should be able to detox the nanobots. It's just, can you detox them sooner than they're accumulating? That's why you got to take Shilajit. Israelites in Leviticus couldn't enjoy sushi, seafood, boils, and calamari. So no shellfish. Okay, no shellfish, but What about raw oysters? Like those are friggin' good, eh? I love raw oysters. I only have them like twice a year. But fins and scales required for human consumption. Okay, so it's got to have fins and scales. Okay, so then you probably wouldn't eat a stingray then, even though people eat stingrays. You wouldn't eat a stingray. Would you eat a snake then? Because people eat snakes and they have scales. Um, would you eat an alligator? It has scales. Like I'm wondering, just no shellfish, literally at all. Um, but the question is like Leviticus dietary laws. Thank you, Quartz. Hold on. Leviticus dietary laws. I thought there was a thing. I thought that there was a thing that I thought you're not supposed to eat animals that have a split hoof, or only eat animals that have a split hoof. Like don't eat a pig. It's got a split hoof. Um anyways, so but then I thought something in the New Testament changed it to where you can eat anything, just not like GMOs, but I'm saying you can eat any animal. It's like fair game. Bottom feeders, Frankie, are only gross like if the bottom is toxic and gross. You know what I mean? Eva said, "Can I order the chalk by itself? I ordered the female stack. That I did not do the subscription, so I did not get the free bag in my box." Oh, Eva, do you mean the lit powder? Do you mean the lit powder by itself? You can order the lit powder by itself. In fact, Eva, if you order the lit, I'll get chalk to include the Seven Wonders, the adaptogenic mushroom blend, in your order, which I don't know if you tried before, the chalk Seven Wonders. Um, but yeah, okay, so no, but you know what though? I'm interested because shut up, non-toxic. He said my nephew just got back from Antarctica, and he said the USA has a volcano that spits out gold. Where, dude? Where is that volcano? I'm just coming to take pictures. I'm certainly not taking a scoop of this magma anywhere. Well, halibut's a fish. It's got scales. Watchwoman says fins and scales from the water. Snakes are land animals. Must have cloven hoof and chew cug, no paws, or ride on their belly. Oh wow. Okay, so hold on, Watchwoman. Um, Hands. Okay, so this is what I was trying to ask. Thank you, Hand91, and thank you to all you guys who are assisting me with my inquiries. He said Christ followers who follow the new covenant don't have food restrictions. So what's the new covenant? Is that the New Testament? Annalise said, just pray over your food and speak life, structure, and nutrition in your food and believe it will be blessed and clean. That's true. 100% amazing advice, Annalise. We love you over here, Annalise. Yes, you can get the lit by itself, Eva. Just put the chocolate powder in your cart. Apply the discount code 26life so you get 26% off the subscription, and then I'll get Chalk to put the free Seven Wonders in there for you, Eva. But anyway, so the thing that's interesting, like, so I know we're not supposed to eat pigs, even though bacon, like, I haven't eaten it in a long time, but fuck, man, bacon is friggin' good, especially naturally smoked and naturally cured, like, and also prosciutto. Like, have you guys had prosciutto, man? But anyways, I'm sure if you bless it though, but I know I'm not making it, but I do want to live biblically. Like I'm still so early in my awareness, but I definitely want to be right with God, right? So I'm not trying to eat anything weird. But anyway, so deers are fine because they have a cloven hoof. Cows are fine. Goats and sheep are fine. Um, but so then Chinese people though, China, they eat fucking rats, dude. Like they eat all kinds of shit. Bats. You remember what happened last time they had a bat? Can you believe they said that came from a bat soup? Um, Anyways, no, I'm curious about it all. Like we don't eat pork. I bought a whole freaking pig last year. We ate a little bit of it, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, let's not eat pork anymore. I'm like, I just bought this whole fucking pig. It was naturally raised and pastured and everything, but anyways, beef bacon's good. Watchwoman. Okay, I'll try that. But what was I going to say to you guys? It's just interesting that crabs, like lobsters and crabs, literally taste so insanely good. And by the way, you don't need to dip that in butter. You don't need to dip crab meat and lobster meat in butter for it to be good. You boil it in water that is as salty as the sea. That's what my Newfoundland friend, we had lobster at his house like 10 years ago, maybe longer. And it was just boiled in the saltiest water you've ever heard. And it was freaking amazing. But I am surprised it tastes so good when it's like, so Watchwoman, yeah, you'll have to like just explain to me a bit more. So what is it that certain foods, so what was a pig? Was a pig cursed? Was horse meat? You're not supposed to eat horse meat. Was a horse cursed? Like explain it to me. I'm not arguing, like I'm just curious, you know what I mean? That's awesome, Fast. Good to see you and catch up on these updates. Shout out to Gotham's Night. Shout out to Gotham's Night, man. Welcome back to Rumble, bro. Yes, exactly. Also, bread can be healing if you mill your own heirloom. Okay, shut up, Annalise. Are we the same people in a different reality? Because einkorn, wheat berry. So the main flour we eat is einkorn. If you guys know, einkorn is the oldest wheat. It's not whatchamacallit, they don't spray it with anything. It's the oldest known wheat. It's like natural yeast or natural, you can sourdough it, no problem. Anyways, so we do einkorn all the time. That's every day. Einkorn buns, donuts, just fry it in some tallow, man. Put some spices in it that make it taste, and you'll be shocked. Um, oh, not croissants. English muffins. You ever had an egg sandwich on an English muffin einkorn sourdough with homemade mayo? I'll tell you guys about it. Anyways, but that's so lovely. Yes, and mill your own flour. That's right. And because einkorn berries last forever, so that's what we should do. I'm gonna get that mill and get einkorn berries because that's a good survival food. Shout out to Non Toxic who said that he sent me a message about the volcano. That's freaking awesome. Where'd that go? Boom, bang, bing. Are you in my requests? No. Clayton, is that you? Okay, yeah, here. He says Mount Erebus, Antarctica's southernmost active volcano, spews 80 grams of gold dust daily. Oh, so $6,000 a day worth of gold in tiny, tiny particles is coming out of that volcano. That's awesome, man. So then, what they would do then, if you were smart, is just go collect. Like basically, that's a mine waiting to happen. All that magma, when it cools, you just go and ore it and melt it down, and then boom, bang, bang, you get your gold out of it. You know, which is interesting. You guys know that um, you don't own what you call it underneath your ground. You know, you don't own what is it called? Like you could buy a house, buy the property, and then find like a gold mine under it, and they would just be like, "No, you know that, eh? It's just crazy, man." Same with oil. Think of did you guys hear this? This is actually freaking crazy. Remember this for the future. Did you know that in the 1970s there was something called the Rural Purge? And the Rural Purge was when all these super popular shows on TV that were like the Swiss Family Robinsons, the Leave It, Leave It to Beaver. I don't know. A couple shows. What's that one where they struck gold and like, or they struck oil somewhere in California? They became rich, and they were like the Beverly Hillbillies. Um, anyways, they all these shows that were wildly successful were all canceled unexplainably. And what it is they did not want it to be romanticized, anything to do with rural living. They want you watching Seinfeld when they all share the same fucking apartment in an apartment building. They don't want you, right? They don't want you thinking about living off grid, living in the boonies. It's 100% true. Annalise said you have only surface rights, not mineral rights. It's interesting that you have to buy mineral rights. Like, who do you pay? The government for what? So that you can dig? It's just so stupid, eh? But anyway, that is wild. Jesus casted demons into swine that one time. Rusty, you sound like how I would explain it. Like that one time this thing happened. No, I heard that too, and that's why pigs kind of look like humans. Their eyeballs look like us too, and yeah, pork. Like, I don't think it's ideal, but so only cloven hooves. But no, what I was gonna say, a horse. A horse. Oh, this is what I'm gonna say. No paws. This goes to eating animals that are predator animals versus prey animals. You're not supposed to eat predator animals, bears, big cats. Um, think of other animals that have paws. Lions. You're not supposed to eat predator animals. And it turns out that bears can have this like brain eating, flesh eating parasite that you have to cook the shit out of bear meat, keep it above like 190 degrees or something for over an hour. And even then, you still might not fully kill the parasite of the thing. So that makes me not want to eat bear meat. I don't think I've ever had bear meat. But anyways, yeah, you're not supposed to eat predator animals. Like a wolf. People eat wolves. Hey, well, watch out. Um, Maggie, we usually don't. Well, in this specific live, you're probably outnumbered, but it's okay. But I think that we'll have a different suggestion to that. Copper Rock charcoal, though. Here's the thing: when you grill something and it gets charcoaly, isn't that just activated charcoal and you can detox, or like it helps you detox, right? Annalise says, "I just want God to speak to me and tell me exactly what I shouldn't eat. I would 100% follow and not veer." Me too, Annalise. Me too. 100%. Um, so then you just pray for discernment, right? Then you just pray for discernment, I think is what you do. Okay, hold on a second. There's still a couple people left on the site. This is the last call for the free bags of lit. If you're new to the live too, or here regardless, make sure you turn on your live notifications so you know when we're live tomorrow. The website is chalk.com. If you go to chalk.com and get the male vitality stack or the female vitality stack, and you apply the discount code 26life, you get a 26% off lifetime discount, and you get the free $100 bag of the chocolate powder included in your order automatically. Shout out to Quartz, by the way, and all the new people who are chiming in and giving us great stuff to discuss. And Annalise, shout out to Annalise on your spring water. Last call, free lit. Get a male stack or a female stack. Use that discount code, and you get that massive discount plus the free lit powder. We're going to pick up where we left off tomorrow. Hopefully things fizzle out and all go back to normal, but it really seems like instead we have a bit of a shitstorm coming around the corner. But remember to completely fear not. Dude, I would honestly say to you guys, like, stock up on gas and food and everything. Well, food you should have anyway, but like, I don't think you could store enough gas that would last to the end of this thing. And also, I'm pretty sure um, that they have like it's going to be if they say you can't drive on the roads if your license plate ends in a whatever, you know what I mean? How they're trying to alternate the licenses. If they do that kind of lockdown, all your gas won't even help you that much. You know what I mean? But anyways, food, yes, we should definitely have a bit of dried food stored away for sure. Annalise says, I've been reading the Bible, but it takes a very long time to read and comprehend every word. I'm trying. I just wish I knew everything. Well, you'll get there, Annalise. Not that you'll know everything ever, but pray for discernment. And Annalise, I'm pretty sure there's like a book called Modern Day Orthodox. I saw Ian Smith Fitness posted it. He said like this is a book for like Christians in the modern age, and it's like a super good. I should have got it. I'll ask him what it was. I think it's in my cart actually. Anyway, and it's about modern day but biblical teachings and how to maneuver this crazy world that we're in. Go and DM Ian Smith Fitness and ask him what was that book about modern day Christians that he was reading. It might have been a Catholic one, so some of you might not like that denomination, but anyways, interesting. Okay, so I love you guys. We'll see you on the next live. Keep your head on a swivel for this scenario that's going on, and don't guess about food. Shout out to Watchwoman, Leviticus chapter 11. I wrote down Leviticus dietary laws, so I'm going to check that out. Oh, don't eat camels and don't eat birds of prey. Okay, so you can eat chickens though. Okay. Yeah, I pretty much do that anyway. I don't eat, yeah, I'm actually good. I don't eat shellfish. I don't live anywhere near an ocean. I've never eaten a camel yet. And birds of prey, no, you don't eat a bird of prey. A bird of prey, they freaking think of those one birds that eat shit and then puke it out to feed their young. Like, you don't want to eat that. Oh, rabbits. So my friend raises pigs, chickens, and rabbits. And rabbits have paws. I'd like the explanation though. Okay, these laws were given to set the Israelites apart from other nations, protecting them from foreign cultural influences. While primarily religious, many laws are often interpreted as early health regulations designed to prevent disease, such as avoiding scavenger animals. That's right, scavenger animals. Many Christians believe these laws were fulfilled and effectively ended by the New Testament, with Jesus and Peter declaring all foods clean. Mark 7:19, Acts 10:15. So what do you say about that, Watchwoman? What do you say about that? That the laws were fulfilled and ended by the New Testament, and that Peter and Jesus declared all foods clean. Let me know. Not that I'm not fighting you. I'm saying this from a position of my friend who raises rabbits for food to hope that it's all good. You know what I mean? Mm. So I'm sure in there it's not written that to not eat bugs or eat lab grown food, but that also should be known. You know what I mean? Anyway, we'll pick this up where we left off. Thank you for all the great advice, you guys, and things to look into. Yeah, there's a Texas oil refinery on fire right now. Rusty Ryan, a big one. Oh, okay, Quartz. Quartz and Watchwoman are on the same wavelength. Common Sense Food Guide from Mercury. Thank you, Watchwoman. Thank you, guys. See, look, I go live not just to yap, like I learn, right? So, okay, love you guys. We'll see you on the next one, all right? No catfish. Copper Rock, you always have to have something funny to say, you bugger. Okay, we'll see you guys on the next one.